Hey there, lads and lasses. Welcome to Wednesday. Yeah, okay, so this here, of course, is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States. It is a little bit past noon on a Wednesday. That can only mean that is time for some Baby Zombie Rush Generations Minecraft server. Yeah, we're doing Baby Zombie Rush Beta. Yeah, we are on the world, bringing Baby Zombie Rush out of the alpha creative testing world and into its own little world. I guess this is somewhat of a momentous occasion. The VOD for the last Baby Zombie Rush stream got a lot of views. An unprecedented amount of views. So I guess in the context of this stream anyway, it's a pretty big deal. I try to downplay it a lot, but the viewers are not having it. Which is cool. It's really cool. Okay, and let me see. A couple of announcements. I was supposed to have a new redeem. I've been making video redeems lately. We have 3 new ones up and ready for you to use and check out and stuff. I was going to make a new one each month, it being the month of September now, newly turned over into the new month. I was creating a redeem, but I couldn't find the clip that I wanted for this redeem. It's from an episode of Good Eats, and one of the characters asks Alton Brown, why does he needlessly overcomplicate things? And he gets defensive and he replies, that's just what I do. And I've always loved that. But you know what? I can't recall what episode it's from. And he has 16 episodes, 16 seasons of episodes. And so that's a lot of footage to go through to check that out. And, you know, I think I was even having a Mandela effect, trying to recall which character said that to him. I thought it was W, but it may have been Deb Duchan or one of the other supporting characters in that may have said that to him. But so I have other ideas for redeem, so I'll use one of the other ideas for this month, and I'll have that ready for Friday for Buffooncraft stream. Real Foolish Sage. The sagely one. How are you doing, sir? Viewers, you can see the auto shout out there for my fellow Buffoon VIP. Please go check out Sage. He is super, super cool. Pretty good. Glad to hear it, my friend. Welcome on in. Let me see. Other announcements. Just one other. My friends Pleasant Player and Cyclopsalops are wrapping up their HSL video series that they ran for this year. Yours truly is doing the map announcements for that. I've voiced the second to the last one, and I'll probably do the voiceover for the other one either today or tomorrow. And so this weekend, I believe, is the finale for that on Pleasant Players 1230 YouTube channel. So please check those out. They are a lot of fun. Those two, I can't tell you how impressed I am for those two particular content creators. They have so much energy. It's so much fun, and they have such good ideas, and they can crank them out like no tomorrow. So please go check that out when you get a chance. Did a bit of a stream from the community server yesterday. Yes, you did. It involved some... I'm not going to say... Well, there was some math involved. In Sage's stream. Yeah. But super cool. You Guys, if you weren't able to check out that stream yesterday, the VOD should still be up there, right, Sage, for 14 days. If you save your VODs, I think you do. Yes, poorly done math. I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. It's the results, and the results are looking very, very cool. Just the scale of it alone looks cool. But increasingly attractive architecture. Yes, I would agree with that. All right, let's switch over to the display. There we go. Boy, hey there. Check this out. Baby Zombie Rush Beta! The beta version in its own world. So cool. So cool. Let me go click on the bed. All right. So yeah, we have the basic maze laid out now. We're beginning to install all of the features that we've been developing for a very long time. Here will be 2 copies of this after it's done, and I will change the orientation. Here is the entrance and staging area for this, and then this copy, I'm thinking on rotating it maybe this away with a superfluous medial vowel, right there. And then the third copy of it will be maybe orientated this way. I'm pretty sure that that's the way in which I'm going to do this. Out here will be a general staging and fanfare kind of area. And so this will be configuration 1. And then I will have, I'm thinking on putting configuration 2 over here like this. And I can use the same staging area. I can put in configuration 2's maze here and its 2 copies there, or in some kind of orientation. And this seed that Princess Nebula had suggested, and I took her up on that suggestion, provides this mushroom island of sufficient size that I may even be able to get a third configuration on this same island. I'm pretty sure I can. Decided to go with entirely reasonable materials like gold and quartz block. Sage, all I'm going to say is it's Buffooncraft. Remember, you're speaking to the man in Season 4 who made a gigantic hand entirely out of iron blocks. So I say go for it. All right, so what I've been working on is the entrance area. And I've got a little bit of it in place right now. I've got some open areas here. These will be blocked up, of course. And I have like a riser and a podium here. I will be the host. I will be standing up here. I will invite the player to tread into the staging area. They won't be doing that. There'll be a wall unit placed across there. And they will be here. Baby zombies will be here and here. And when they are ready to begin the maze, I will throw the lever like this. The door will open. Those shall release. And yeah, baby zombies. They will proceed out into the maze, pursued by a bloodthirsty horde of adorable little gremlins. And then it's up to them to do their thing, right? And then shortly after, this will close again. Now, it won't open and close manually entirely. I will activate it to open manually, and then there'll be a clock underneath, and then it'll close after a certain amount of time. On its own. I'll probably do that today. The other thing I'll do today is just this gate area here. I will also have that automated later today. This outer wall area here is for machinery for redstone and stuff. So that's why it's looks a little bit differently. The maze itself will look like this on the interior, and we'll have some texturing and other features in here. It won't be just the polished black stone blocks. We'll have some other features. Some things have changed. The tracks are now 4 blocks wide instead of 3. Yes, I've built on the cursed evens. Yes, I did. But I wanted to what I wanted to do is underneath, I've also lowered it by half a block. That's because underneath, I want to place some soul sand underneath. Thusly. And I want to scatter it, but mostly on the sides. So when the player's playing, there'll be slight snags. It'll slow them down and allow the baby zombies to catch up. The baby zombies, I think, also are slower over the soul sand. I'm not sure. So that's one of the things I want to test today. The middle track will remain open. I'm thinking I'll leave the middle track open. The baby zombies will probably stick to the middle track. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about dead ends. Whether I'm going to put any soul sand in the dead ends. I don't think so. I want the player to be able to juke if they need to. But if the player happens to stray off to the sides, these won't be entirely soul sand blocks. They will be intermittently scattered underneath. So yeah, you may occasionally be able to drift off to the side to dodge a baby zombie or something or other and not be slowed down. But, occasionally there will be one of these blocks under here. And it'll slow you down just a little bit. Some of these junctions, I may do that as well. Baby zombies nipping at their heels, yes. So that's the idea there. So we'll be doing that. I also need to think of what to do to protect the baby zombies from the sun. Now, what I had done before is at build height, way up in the sky, I just made a cover of tinted glass. I'm very likely going to do that again. However, I do have the open area feature of the map. I'm not going to reveal where it is. In fact, I haven't installed it yet. But for the open area, I would like to have a breach in the tinted glass to allow the sun through, so when the player gets into the open area and the baby zombies pursue the player, you guys have seen the other Baby Zombie Rush design in the test world, those streams. The baby zombies are lit afire by the power of the sun, and it gives the player a chance to juke them until they burn up. Problem with that, and I'm not sure it's really a problem, is when the player looks up, the player can see the open area breach in the tinted glass screen above. And it may clue them in on where the open area is in relation to their position. I'm not sure if that's going to be really so much of a giveaway. I think the maze will be hard enough and there'll be enough pressure as it is. I don't think they'll really have time to pause and look up at that and, figure out some way to, circumvent the challenge of the maze. I don't think, so I'm kind of undecided about what to do about that. So I'm not really certain about that. Put a flower at the dead end for people to pick for their graves. Kumakwa! Welcome on in. You can fill it with black glass or something. That still lets in the sunlight through, right? Yeah, I believe it will. And you know what? Maybe from down at this level, maybe it won't. Maybe it will be indistinguishable enough from the tinted glass at this level, way down here, where it wouldn't be obvious, right? You know, Sage, that's a good idea. Kuma, though, welcome on in. I did enjoy the bean battles. As much as I suck at bean battles, I did enjoy it the other day. So occasionally, Kuma will invite us, some of the viewers, some of his viewers and stuff, and we'll do bean battles. And Kuma, I don't know if the VOD of that is still up, but that was a lot of fun. Kaji wasn't able to join us this time, but I really like getting Torin and Kachi in there and stuff. As much as they kick our butts in there, it's a lot of fun. The VOD is usually up for 2 weeks. Yeah, 14 days for the VOD. Yeah, very cool. I would ask how you're doing, but we all know that the state of him being fantastically mediocre. Okay, so I figure we'll do a little bit of work on the staging area today. So I, as the host, will lead our first victim, which Kuma has reserved the spot for our guinea pig for the first trial run. I would lead Kuma over into here. Again, these will be probably wall units. But the thing I don't like about the wall units is I can see the piston tops here. It's, you know, I guess it's okay, but it's not ideal. But I like the unobstructed view, though. I like having this very open in here. And so I would lead our contestant up to the gate. I would mount the stand, the podium area, and then I would hit that when they're ready. The gates pop and the baby zombies rush outward. The player and baby zombies proceed into the maze. Now, I was considering delaying these just a moment, and I probably still will. The player will probably be right about here. This will open, and then these will open. I was then tested it a few times. I had them at the same time, but now that I'm looking at it, these open a fraction earlier than that opens, and that I do not want. I think that's a little too lethal. So yeah, you can see that there's a slight. Yeah, those open up just before that does. And if anything, I want them to open up either at the same time or just a very slight delay. That should be a pretty easy thing to fix. Should be. Should be. I think if I just get a repeater and I put a delay on the repeater. We should be good. That's not going to help. What's going to help? Yeah, I need a delay right in here. And let me see. One of the good things about using the rails instead of redstone dust is it's instant transmission. But the bad thing about it is, in a case like this, it's instant transmission. So one thing we might do is we might we just need a delay between here and here. Now, as you can see, I've made plenty of room for redstone down here, but still, I'd like to keep it somewhat compact. if I can. So I have this. It's reading here. That reads there, and it's somewhat instantaneous. But since the default state is on, retracting that and changing this will not affect the timing of that. So you have to affect the timing directly with the pistons. I could do that. I could do that this way. And I could do something like this. Can I not? Yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter which way it faces, really. It's just OCD stuff. Let's see. So we could do that, and then we can bring this over to here. Now, this doesn't actually need to read Rails. It just needs to read the change in the block state, right? So we could can I send a redstone pulse that far? I think I can. And then we can just use some repeaters to act as a delay, right? So if I have something like that, for example, when that changes the state, see, it sends a pulse. Like that. And then we can just and do something like this. Again, that you can see how that'll change that. And so we have a few places here where we can use where we can delay that. Like this. That might be enough to delay it, actually. So let me see. Are we in the default state? I believe we are. Let's head on over to here. But yeah, Sage, we'll try that out shortly with the black glass. All right, let's check out the timing. This one is slightly earlier than that one. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, and that's because of this kind of a thing. This one's closer, and then this one has several rails to go before it reaches down to there. If I want both of these to activate instantaneously, I could do something like this, maybe. Maybe. Maybe I could do something like that. This looks a little jank here, and it probably is, but it allows me Again, we're a little tight here, right? But it allows me to set up a delay here. And so I can use both of these repeaters to set up a delay. So let's just try this right now and see how that works. All right, we're in the... Are we still having that one open slightly before this one does? Yeah, that's weird. I would think that... All right, maybe underneath is not the way to go. Yeah, because I'm thinking once it hits here, it's pretty much going to light both of these up. And you can watch that happen. Yeah, you can see it travel right down there, though. It's not quite as instant as we would like it to believe. Okay, here's the trigger. That has to travel up those observers before it comes across here. I mean, before I just had it like this, right? Before I was just doing this kind of a thing. Let me see. Sage. Not too bad if one gate opens before the other. Just means baby zombies will have a longer trail. Yeah. But you know, with this kind of release right from the get-go, right at the gate, I feel timing is kind of critical. I think I've got a better way to do this. All right, let's separate out the track then. We can... I might be able to set this stuff up over here. Let me see. We want this to be slightly behind that. But then we want these equally distant away from the power source. Say, with the power source coming in this way, it hits this one first and then that. But if the power source came down the middle and then went left and right, that would be better. So let's try that. I'm going to bring everything. Let me see. I do want this, though, their door to hit slightly before these. So I think I should stick to this end. And I think I should still split off of this. Yeah, I think I know how to do it now. All right, let's try something like this. Clean up our mess. Okay. Maybe we can bring it up a level as well. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Hands. All right, and let's count out some blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8. All right, so if I just have something coming in and then one distributing this way and one distributing that way, I think we'll be good. So it has to come off of this. And let me think. Again, the rails are pretty even, so. So I'm thinking something like that. And then we need 2 signals coming in. Again, you know, I'm trying to keep, I could just keep building out and building out and building out like this, but I'm trying in my head to try to keep this somewhat compact. Again, I could do... no, other way. Other way. Like... Oh, no, it does have to be this way. Let me see. Pico has to be pointing up, so it has to be like that. Now this should send the signal this way. That should send the signal that way. Oh, I didn't move this one over enough. Okay. Let me think about this for a moment. See, I gotta stay away from these redstone blocks. I can't get too close to those. Okay. I just go right under there with the trigger and just separate the trigger and keep the trigger right down the middle. I mean, I could put a repeater on one side and just delay it like one tick. Right, delay this leading one tick and then just... Yeah, I guess I could do something like that, right? I mean, it might be a little bit easier. How to set up a delay for that. Let me see here. Let me get caught up in the chat. Perfection is the enemy of done. Perfection is often swapped out for, or satisfaction is often swapped out for perfection. I mean, I do hear you. I get it. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be satisfying. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with what we had before. And see if we can just delay it by one tick. And see if that's enough to... Of course, the other thing is, worst comes to worst, I could arrange this 90 degrees, but that has its own inherent difficulties. Oh, that's right. This needs to face that way. Right. Righteousness. So satisfying. Good. Good. So what if... Is that enough room for that? I'm thinking I might... get away with that kind of a thing. I'm thinking that. Now, I'm going to think of a much easier way to do this after the stream is over, when it doesn't matter. That's when the genius will strike. But this will do for now. I'll take a hit in the pride just so I can get the right thing done. That might be enough. And let's do that. And let's see if this matters. I'm a little concerned about those repeaters after the... Okay. I did something dumb. Let's change the state. This isn't long enough to make it down to the other one. All right, that's an easy fix though. It's just somewhere along here you need to have another observer as a booster, like right about there. There we go. It's worse than before. Sure. This one we're getting double action on, and we're getting double action because of that. Yeah, as long as I'm coming in from the side, I'm going to get that every time. And the repeater doesn't help. I think I know what to do, though. It's a little nutty, but man's gonna do what a man's gonna do, you know what I'm saying? This one is fine. Now, I think 9 is the maximum amount that a pulse can travel with this particular method. So, okay. That's at the max for that. All right, I'm liking this. All right, now here is the block that's dropping. Now this shall drop downhill. That is not centered. There we go. That's better. So if I can split these signals, then those should activate at the same time. So this will do this, and this will do this. Let me see here. This will hit down and travel into there. I think I was actually good before. Let me do that. This needs to go here. Yeah, I'm stuck with the same kind of problem. I mean, I could move this over quite easily, actually. Once those hit these two blocks, yeah, we could do something like that. Let's see if I can reach these. I think I can. It might do something like that. Let's just see if this is going to work. Okay, I do need redstone there. That's not a problem. Got it. Okay, that works. Ha! Are you kidding me? Mm. I wonder. But it's this side opening first, and it's still a delay over there. That is really weird. That might have something to do with it. Very weird. Redstone is weird. Let me try something else. We can make this a little more compact too while we're at it. Let's see. Default state should be that. Let me see. That is in the on state right now. Good. Good. How should I do this part now? This will drop down. Now, should I do redstone down like that? Now, I don't think redstone along the side of a rail is going to light it up. Yeah, it will. But I don't think that's going to work. This one is always turning on before that one. Why is that? That is extremely weird. Will that help? Viewers, you're supposed to be looking at that for me. Let me see. Bye-bye. Some moderation. Okay. But the circuit is more compact. And I have the option to put a delay in here, which I could probably do right there. Let me see. And that way I think I can delay this now. I could still get away with one block, I think. I think I can do something like that. And then I don't need this. Okay, nice. All right, now I want to delay the opening of these a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. This is inadvertently powering that. That might be a bit of a problem. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with that a little later. Let's see. What if... Oh, that's nice. I think this is powering this, which is powering that. Most uncool. So we do have a bit of a dilemma here. I think I might have a way around that. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. But I think I know what to do. I think I'm going to have to do something with these torches. But that's the timing I'm looking for. I really like that. Yep. That's the timing for which I'm looking for. You know what else is the enemy of done? Stupidity. Let's see. Okay, viewers are experiencing a bit of an ad break right now. Should be over about 10 seconds. But we're at 104. Which means time to switch to standing mode. All right, that's part one. Now, part two, I don't really know what to do about this. I mean, I could do a command block thing here. I would really like not to. I've resigned myself to using command blocks for certain features of the maze, but I really want to minimize their use and just, you know, do some good building, good redstone. I mean, I don't want to block this stuff up. If I did something like this, the baby zombies would jump out over it, right? If I did something like that. Yeah, it's just it's awkwardness. I don't like it. Right? I would really like this to be open like this, with the wall units like that. And the slabs. The slabs are here just so the baby zombies can't do that kind of thing. Right? So that's why the slabs are there. And it doesn't look that bad. But I've yet to figure out something satisfying for this. But we do have to make a modification to this. It's a pretty easy modification to make. It's kind of annoying to do. But it's got to be done. Because we do need some redstone in this area for whatever we're going to use to come up with this. Again, you know, I could have things drop down from above, but I want to keep this as open and as visible as I can. I just like the way that this looks. You can see all the baby zombies here, all of them there, with our contestant in the middle here. It's just a really good view. I just don't want to... Anything I put in here breaks that up a little too much. I really don't want to break that up. I have this 2x2 piston door kind of thing here. And I may come up with some sort of double action thing that pulls these blocks away, puts in the pistons pull those down, the player walks over, but gee, I don't know. It seems like it's too complicated even for me. One thing we do know for sure, though, is we need to move these out. So let's focus on that. I'll do these one at a time so I can leave one hit there as a guide. The gate blocks are here. Right here. And so I'm thinking something like this. Like that. With the torches as such. And then we can power the blocks this way. Now, one thing we'll have to be conscious of is when, well, I don't know. Now, if I do something like this and I run redstone right across the top there, these blocks will be powered. So I do have to be conscious of that. I think I can get away with that. If I wanted to, I could use target blocks here. But I'm building more. So I don't think having these blocks here powered is going to be a problem. So what I'm saying is this row of blocks here will have power to them. I don't think that's a problem. I think they'll be fine. Like that. Now, if I wanted to, I could put the pistons and stuff on this end, but I'm trying to leave this area open here so I can have some circuitry for that. And this now comes outward a little bit more. But we need this in place, so like thusly. And don't do that 2 times. Thunder, please. Thunder, please. Right. Okay, that's good. Now again, we have this kind of situation here where this is powering that block above it. So, yeah. And new thing with 1.21, by the way. We can't do that kind of thing anymore. I used to be able to have that in a retracted state, but if this is this way next to it, it just automatically opens. It doesn't do that from the side, however. See, from the side, we're good. From the bottom, we are not good. If I try to have this gap in between here, I'm not allowed to have that. See, if I place a block here, see, it automatically extends, and it won't retract. So yeah, we're not liking that too much, but it's okay. I mean, it takes out one axis of availability, if you want to think of it that way. Like this. I could raise this up, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. All right, so this kind of a thing. That would raise this up by 1, but we've got a little bit of room with which to do that. So should be fine. Should be fine. Default state should be closed, which it is. Okay. And having these like this should stop any of these blocks from powering these. So that's a good thing. And if I needed to increase the delay here, I could. But all right, let's set the other one up. Thusly. No. Still no. This moves these way, way over. It makes me wonder if I should have put the tracks on the inside, but I think it would wind up powering these middle blocks, and I don't want that. They're fine where they are. So they need to be here. 5, thusly. Like that. And some repeaters. Again, I could use target blocks here too for this. And let me see, we do need some sort of receiving block on the end. We do need that. With a repeater thus, like so. Let's grab some redstone. We'll do something like this. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, like, no, it has to be from this side. Like that. This has to be like this. No, it doesn't. It has to be like that. Okay, that's a little better. All right, yeah, that'll slide that redstone block over that way. Like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. And let me see. From where will the power go? It'll go here. Like that. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, it's good to know you're working. You know, I could even point these downward and give myself a little bit more room for that circuit if I really want to. This should be fine. Yeah, I just don't know, you know, how complicated that this is going to wind up. Bedazzle it? Bedazzling, yeah, after we get it functional, we're going to have a lot of bedazzlement. Yeah, I certainly don't want to leave it just like this. right? And so I'm going to texturize this up. I'll put in some cobble, deep slate, maybe with some blackstone, different blackstone textures, right? And I have to be concerned with lighting as well. So how am I doing for time? Also, I want to use the world edit fill command so I can create the screen up in the sky. So I want to do that, and then I want to test out. Sage's idea with a black glass and see if that actually works. So actually, I could do that right down here. So just do the testing. But I do want to use the fill command just so I can show some of the viewers how that works. All right, let's get this back. So I was thinking. Doing something like that. And then it doesn't really matter where this comes down, just as long I'm not sure how many repeaters we need for this. Let's see here. I have 2 repeaters here, and that seems to be pretty good timing. But this is a bit worrisome. Oh, that's why. Okay. But that means also we're going to need to go at least that far over. With that over there. Okay, default state should be closed, so I need to reset. All right, we should be good there. Yes. Try this now. Okay, so we need more of a delay. And let me see. I do have that set entirely on 4 ticks. That's not too hard to fix, though. I believe we had something like that beforeage. We could do something like this. Maybe that'll work. Let's try that out. I like that timing. Yeah, you know, the player's gate, the gate opens here into the maze a fraction before the baby zombies are released. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, I am going to have to think of something to do with this gate, but you know what? Nothing's coming to mind right now, so I'm going to leave this for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to leave that for the moment. And this circuit will operate this gate over here. So this one here will operate that. Okay. There are a couple other things to do. Right now, I have these features in here to put a zombie in here and a zombie in here. And I was hoping I could just use a dispenser. If you... And let me show you. So to get a baby zombie needs to spawn at the feet of an adult. Like this. So an adult has to be present in order for a baby zombie to spawn. And so I could do something like this, but the problem is this works for the player just clicking with the egg, but it does not work for a dispenser. A dispenser will just keep dispensing it, even though it's dispensing a zombie in the same place that an adult zombie is already there. It'll just keep dispensing adult zombies until the game's probability kicks in, setting for the baby zombie, and then the baby zombie's occurrence will happen there. So I think I'm going to need a command block for this. Hey there, Roscoe. There we go. And so I'm going to have to do something about that. I'll have to set up a command block here, and there'll be a third control here for that command block. It'll be tucked away here somewhere, and a circuit will run down underneath, and then the baby zombies will just pop. They'll just appear there. And that'll be good to reset the maze each time. By the way, that is the thinking behind making the 3 copies of each configuration, is I can set up the game and then have 2 other instances of the 2 duplicates of the game all set and ready to go. And so the player will have 3 runs they'll make. So if they're running through the maze, and then should they meet their untimely demise, they die, they spawn back out here, and then instead of me going back and having to reset all the traps and restock all the items and everything, we just have another copy right here waiting to go. And then so the player will stage over here again right from the beginning, they'll release into the maze again, same maze, exact duplicate. If they die here and they want to take a third run, their third run's over here, and again it's all stocked up and ready to go, and then they make their 3 runs and they're finished. So that's my thinking, and with Litematica I can do something like that. So once our main version is complete, then we can use Litematica, and we'll just copy the entire thing over once and then twice, and then we should be good. Okay, with this complete, we've made good progress on the gate. That took way longer than it should, of course, right? But let us use that fill command. Let's clear out the inventory there. Good. And I'll show you how this kind of thing works, at least in World Edit. A number of you already know how to use World Edit, but what I'm thinking is confining the shadow just in the maze area. But then, let me see. I do have this area here protected with the tinted glass here, but I don't really need it to extend out here. So what I'm thinking of is having the screen set here. So you need to set one corner. So let's see, //. So double / that activates the World Edit commands. And then you need to set your first position, POS. Not for piece of, stuff. Position, right? position 1. So this is your first corner. Actually, let's turn on. So you can click on this and have the autofill fill in the positions, but there's always discrepancies about the block that you're standing on versus the actual block you want to select. And so I find it's just, especially while I'm doing a stream and my brain is split, is you just, between tasks, you just look at targeted block in the debug screen right above you there. And you just use the targeted block coordinates, and you just point at the block you want. So for the position, I want this one here, and so I'm going to do // POS1, and then I'm just going to type in the coordinates 761, comma. Now I want this to be at build height. The limit is 320, so I want one block under that. So that would be up in the air, that would be 319, comma, and then my Z coordinate here is negative 1754. Right there. And then you just hit enter, and then your first position is set. Now, the good thing about World Edit is it's much more efficient at managing CPU and memory than just regular creative mode is. And so you can fill huge, vast areas with World Edit that you can't with creative mode, because creative mode has a block limit on that. So here's the other corner. Now you want position 2, so // POS2 out here, and then again, this is now 646, comma, again, height is 319, and Z coordinate negative 1639. Like that. Okay, so now World Edit has the coordinates. It knows what to do. And we can do this command. There's different ways to fill with this. I'm going to use the replace with the region option here. So we just do this. Replace like this. And I'm going to do region. So you can type in #region if you want to, or you can just tab down to it. Right there. Region. And then you can type in the kind of block that you want to fill with which you want to fill. So that would be tinted. And then you can see it autofills for tinted glass. That's what we want. You hit enter. Pow. And then if we look up, you can see now we have that screen blocking out the sun. And if we go down here into the maze, you can see the maze is now all protected from sunlight. If we spawn a baby zombie, he should be safe. So let's go out to the extremes here. Let's get a wall unit. We'll get some wall units like this. And let us put one here and one here. Like this. Zombie. Let's get a zombie egg. Like this. Like that. He's trapped in there. There's baby. Look at that little booger. Look at him. Where did he go? And see, he's perfectly safe. For lighting, I was thinking on just using glow lichen because I like the way that it looks. Right, and so we would use... my concern with the glow lichen is that the player might accidentally hit it and knock it off the wall. So, yeah, there is that. Just flailing around, in madness. Might cause them to take that out. I guess I could put it higher up like that but still they can reach it. So I was thinking of just using some cool lighted blocks like what are the lighting? What's the name of that? That's it. No, I know what. Just let me type it. Come on, hands. Just let me type it. I could use frog lights, or I could use shroom lights. Shroom lights look a little weirder, and I'm not too worried. I guess a player could just like punch that, but I don't think there would be any time to do that, right? So I think just in random spots throughout the maze like this, right? We just make this part of the decor of the maze walls, right? Hello, baby. Now I'm gonna have him chase me out to the edges here, just to make sure that the edge of this doesn't let enough light in from the angle, because that does happen in Minecraft. The shadow doesn't fall directly down. The shadow will canter in or inward from the block edges. It does have that effect. So hey, dude. Oh, there he is. Oh, and here he comes. See, if I'm out here on the very edges of the wall, plus making this 4 blocks wide makes it a little easier for the player to juke. Stick to the outer wall, dude. Right, there he goes. Of course he's safe in here, right? But it gives you a chance to juke there, right? So that's the idea. Where did he just run off? I mean, there's Bubba. All right, let's get him out. Oh, and he dropped a little carrot. Okay, so yeah, so this protects the baby zombies sufficiently. You can see where I was concerned with light coming in this way, but it's enough for them. You could check light levels, but the light levels, they don't tell you how sunlight is blocked necessarily. So it just tells you like what's going to happen at night. So, but I've disabled the day-night cycle, and I've disabled the weather as well. So that's not really a concern. Like if I turn on Mini HUD right now, you can see they're all zeros, even out here in the sunlight, right? So it's not a sunlight detector per se. It's it just tells you at night what's going to happen, right? So, but we won't have nighttime here. All right, so that's what I'm going to try to do there. Now we can test out Sage's theory as well here. We could do something like this. In fact, we could probably test it right here. Yeah, let's do this. How to do this. Let's see if it'll let the sunlight through to burn the zombie first. Let's test that. So glass. Let me see. We have black stained glass and tinted glass. Tinted glass, of course, would defeat the purpose. So black stained glass it is. Let's put that. See, the thing, Sage, that I'm a little concerned with is we lose the edge detail a little bit, but I don't know. It might be okay. I mean, if you look up from below, oh, you do get this kind of effect, though. You do get that kind of effect. And you don't get that with the tinted glass because it's similar glass. And so you don't get that kind of a thing. Oh, that was good thinking, Sage. That was good thinking. Who knows? That might not be noticeable from way down here, though. So it does let the sunlight through. So there is that. So let us now head on up into the sky. And we'll replace a corner of this with the black glass, and we'll see how noticeable it is. And hopefully from down on the ground, it's just not noticeable enough. And I'll use the fill command for this. What do I want to do here? Let's. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's change our first position. And you can just scroll back and pull these back up. It saves the commands and then just edit the command, right? So we have, 646? Like this. I suppose I could have just left position 2 the same and just changed position 1, but let's go sense G banjo let's try this. Let's get up let's call up position 2 like this. And look at our targeted block 661, again 319, comma, and what do we have here? Negative 1654. Or like that. Okay, this is temporary. This will go away. It's just a targeting block, right? And then we do, again, the replace command. But the replace command has already been typed in, so we can just use it again. Oh, but no. Actually, we want to do this. We want to replace tinted glass with maybe black. There it is. You can see it right down there at the bottom. Let's scroll down. Like that. You know, Sage, I think that's going to be hardly noticeable at all. Dude, I think that is going to work. I think that is going to work. I mean, you can barely make that out. I do wish it were a little darker. I do wish it were a little darker. Now, if we one other problem that's going to that might make things a little too obvious too is how bright it's going to be in this area. Yeah. So I don't know. My sunlight idea might. Not enough color. Maybe 2 blocks of green or yellow. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. What if we put another layer underneath it, right? And like you're suggesting, maybe a different color, right? And it'll mute out the difference between the black and the tinted, right? So yeah, Kuma, I'm thinking the same thing. I was originally thinking on putting glow lichen all along the bottom of it, because that diffuse pattern would break things up. So we might try that too. I mean, I really don't think when you're running through this maze for your life, you're really going to, I don't know. Perhaps it wouldn't have been an issue too had I not pointed it out. But you guys are clever, you know. But again, I'm not sure how much of an advantage that's going to be. So we can try 2 things. We could try the glass. We could try to put in another layer of glass, and we can also try to, like I said, break it up with some glow lichen or something like that along the bottom. So I'm wondering, let me see, the tiny zombies on fire would make me run faster. Well, the idea is when you, and you may remember from some of the past streams in the test world, when we were building the open area, the idea is you get into the open area, the baby zombies are pursuing you, and you need to juke them, but they're burning up in the sunlight as well, so it's there to help you. And besides the fact that when they're on fire and they hit you and you burn as well, that's also kind of funny, and it just looks ridiculous, right? So, flaming baby zombies. But then eventually, you know, if you can juke them long enough, they'll die, and then you get the breather, and then you can check out the open area and, you know, make use of the features, activate the features in there. So, how am I doing for time here? I think I have enough time to put in another layer, and then once we get the coordinates in there, and the command in there, we can just type in different materials, right? So let me try that. My original first position and second position were way down here. Okay. So let's reuse them. There's the original first position. That was the original second position. And then if we look up, right, now we could use... we can try, first of all, another layer of black stained glass. And that just completely obscures it, right? I mean, you can't tell any difference there at all. Now, let's see if... Oh, but you know what? I think this neutralizes the effect of the stained glass. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold it. I did something wrong there. I forgot to set the height. Right? So, one really handy command is the undo command. Yeah, that was too good to be true. We need to, for position 1 and position 2, bring it 1 block down. So 318. Like this. And now let's apply the stained glass. That's not too bad. I don't really see that as... Now, does it... and it still applies the shadow. I think that's good. Well done, sir. Now, you do have this kind of grid pattern here, but I think it's okay. That doesn't really bother me. Now, again, you know, if you get further back enough, you could, I guess, take a look through here and you could see the lighted areas. But if I have sufficient lighting, like around here, with the shroom lights, if I place them correctly, you know, I should be able to mask that difference in lighting. Because they don't need it to be dark or light. They just need to not be exposed to the sunlight. Other type of light is just fine. Yeah, I think this will do perfectly. You can kind of see there where the grid pattern sort of breaks up in our corner here, but I don't know. The other thing we could do is we could do something like this. I don't know how this is going to work, whether it'll place it on the bottom of the glass or it'll try to place it in air. Yeah, the glow lichen doesn't break it up like I thought it would. It has the same kind of effect. You could still see the difference. We can also try different colors too. Wow, that is almost indistinguishable. Right? And then what happens if we go one more? If I bring the position down by one more block. Or better yet, let's take a cue from Flying Villager. And let's try this. Hold on. So I'm thinking leaving a gap of air between each layer. That might do it. That might do it. So let's do this. So that'll get rid of all the blue stained glass. Jeppo, I see you there. And so you can see the difference between those two. But if we do this, 17 like that, and then position 2. Like this. Go to the replace command. We should still have the command saved for for the blue stained glass. There it is. I think that'll do it, right? I don't think you can really tell where the difference between the black stained glass and the tinted glass from the ground level. Right down here on the ground. I guess you can a very, very little bit. But hardly at all. All right. I think we'll end stream there because that problem is solved. So that was a combination of some input from Real Foolish Sage, for which I'm very grateful, and the mighty Kumakwa himself, for which I'm fantastically mediocre in my gratitude. Dude, you know I had to say it, right? Okay, so Jeppo, sliding on in right at the end of the stream. But of course, if any of you want to see the VOD will be up on the Twitch channel for 14 days, after which it expires. But it is always archived over on our YouTube channel, Thunderhand64_Gaming2, where it is archived there and preserved for all time. Maybe. I suppose that's just how it is. So yeah, so we have the main structure of our maze in place for configuration 1, the sites for each of its copies after it's done. So we'll have 3 copies. That way they're all armed and ready to go. Player has run number 1. They die. They want to take a second chance. They go over to copy number 2, and it's all stocked and loaded and ready to go, so I don't have to reset the game. I don't have to waste any time doing that. And similarly, should they die over here, their third chance is over here, should they want to take it. And again, I don't have to reset the game. And all of the resources and stuff in the game, it's all set to go. They just go in here, they take their 3 runs, and then they are finished. And we've got most of the main gate feature here. The player, this will drop in some kind of way or open up in some kind of way. The player will walk in. They'll be all set here, ready to go. The baby zombies will appear in each of their queue areas right there. That'll happen with a command block that I'll have to set up. And then when they are ready to begin, there they go. And this will be on a clock. That probably won't be on a lever. That'll probably be on a button and set on a clock. And then the gate will automatically close afterwards, after a certain amount of time. I would like enough time for the player to get out into the maze. And for as many of the baby zombies to pursue as possible. Usually I have a horde of 10 baby zombies. I found that that is the ideal number. When I'm doing the spawn, I might increase that number to like maybe 16 baby zombies, something like that, because I'm sure there may be some stragglers left behind here. And so I want at least 10 baby zombies to get out into the maze. The reason why I don't want to leave it open is I don't want the chance of anybody coming back into the maze afterwards, into the start area afterwards. And you can see that I have the trapdoor here, the gate. The features look like it's the outer wall, and it's positioned into the outer wall. And so, so should the player come back this way, it's not immediately obvious that this is the start area unless they have a very, very good memory. So I think we're good there. I think we're good. How was the stream? The stream was excellent. I tell you, I really enjoy doing this again, especially building it out, the beta version now in the real world. That's a lot of fun. Right. Let's do this. I got to pose for my thumbnail. There we go. Okay, I like that. This will make for a good good thumbnail. Okay, it's time for me nap before the night's activities. See you, sir. Kuma, thanks for stopping by, man. It's sleepy times here too. Actually, I have to leave, depart quite shortly myself to go fetch Kachi from school. So maybe I have time to do a raid. Let's take a look. If anything, I'll have to do a raid in Run, which I don't like doing, but sometimes it can't be helped. Let's see what we have going here. Let's go say hi to Jeannie. Thanks for the stream. Chippo, thank you so much for dropping by. I have been working on the Baby Zombie Rush theme song. Kachi and I are going to team up for that one, actually. I think I'm going to have Kachi program the drums for that, so we'll see. But I've got the main riff for it. So I've got the A part for it done, and so I just need a B and a C part. But so I've got like the sinister kind of part of it done, but I also want the silly cute part of it done, but it's still got to be metal, right? So I got to figure out some way to do that. Let's do this. Let's set up our raid. There is the raid message in the chat. You can copy and paste that into said chat if you would like to join us along on the raid. And I always encourage the viewers to join us with the raid, even if you can't stay for the entire stream, which is probably me today. At least drop in, say hi, and if you feel so inclined, maybe a follow, some bits, maybe a sub would be really cool. Set up the raid itself. For the viewers, we're in a ad break right now. But for those of you watching the VOD, at least, that does not affect you. Maybe I'll wait before I do my normal outro here. Just pause while this is 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. We're done. Okay, and so we're back from the raid. Back from the ad. So, family-friendly viewers, just be reminded that Cheska's stream is rated for mature audiences, for a little bit of language and stuff like that. But she's a fellow Buffoon VIP, and she's a lot of fun. So, and we of course we have a lot of shared community. So chances are there'll be folks in there that you know. And I would like to remind everybody that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Buffooncraft SMP, the Season 5 server, working on the Iron Farm there. And then the stream after that will be Sunday from 4 p.m. to about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time. That'll be all for now, everybody. Rating out to Jeannie now. Bye for now, everyone.